12,810 pounds. Beautiful updated Montana High Country middle bunk bonus room here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Previously known as the 370 BR, 370 now known as the 384 BR. They have made some significant improvements here, most notably what they've done in the middle of the belly of it here, and that is include a full outside kitchen, which I felt this floor plan sorely needed. I really noticed the last couple years the middle bonus room models lacking this feature truly suffered. The ones that had it succeeded, and Montana, never to be outdone, always on top of things, they noticed the same thing. They made it happen. What I love is the look of the symmetry. You see the twin matching magnetic latch, slam latch, or magnetic catch, I should say, slam latch baggage doors here. They just have a good look to them sitting side by side. You know, symmetry is an important thing. When it's closed up, it just looks great. Oh, by the way, if you want to see if we have one of these in stock and available, it's very simple. All you need to do is click the link in the video description that says check for price and availability. You'll see if we have one of these in stock, how it is equipped, what we are asking. We don't do hidden fees. We have fair market, clearly published pricing. And if we're sold out of them, give us a call and we'll let you know what they're running. So right here, we're looking at a big old basement storage, big drop frame storage, huge area. That's one of the things that these bonus rooms do great. Because they have such a larger upper deck or front area, you have huge basement space, but it also obviously leaves room for all of this goodness over here. We got our, by the way, these are all formed aluminum like countertops, so they're not going to sponge and swell if exposed to water. You can see we've got power outlets out here for appliances. The very rugged looking, almost diamond plate-esque door accents on these. There we go, camera. I also like, almost like a truck camper style, but very intelligently used, recessed stovetop here. So that if you don't need to cook with it, it's just outside utility countertop space. Now what's nice is, it's been this way for a couple years, and very few brands actually still use like a felt carpeted basement lining, but this is obviously not one of those. And in an area where you could have water exposure, that is excellent. So you saw that big pass-through storage over here. Included in that little hutch on the other side, we'll see in a minute on the left there, is a fully enclosed privatized docking station. How you doing, young? Go ahead and hop inside. You're here to look at them, obviously. Look at that. People just can't wait to get in here. 810 pounds, by the way. So the whole look of the High Country series has really been jazzed up since last year, and I am thankful for it. It's got a, actually the first one that came in, our own team members did not realize. They're like, no, that's a Montana. I said, no, that's a High Country. It just has such a killer look to it. Partial painted nose cap, or actually full painted nose cap, pardon me. Keystone does all their own painting in-house. They actually bought the old Newmar diesel pusher plant, which became their own paint shop, which is awesome. So they quality control their own stuff. If you know, you're gonna own a Montana for one thing, it's probably because you want this to be the last RV you ever own. This is basically the official fifth wheel of retirement type people. There are more full-time RVers in Montanas than any other brand out there. They've built over 100,000 Montana fifth wheels, and that's not even counting when they used to build Montana trailers. Just 100,000 Montana fifth wheels so far, and counting, and that's impressive. This is the single #1 selling, most popular fifth wheel on the market, period, bar none, end of story. Not between this dollar to this dollar, just overall. Like, they've been 0 degree rated since 2005, so this fully enclosed privatized docking station with your protected heated gate valves, that helps. We've got a fully enclosed heated underbelly. Extra insulation in the roof, in the walls, in the front nose rather, and above the pin box, all kinds of stuff. Your slide system, they have fully walkable slide outs, which is something a lot of brands don't talk about, and I think it's because it's one of those things nobody thinks about. A lot of brands do not have walk-on slide outs. Love that glossy, high, just beautiful exterior on this thing. But walkable slides, why does it matter? Are you going to stand up there and do jumping jacks? No, of course not. But again, you're probably looking at a Montana for long-term use and ownership. You want something you know is built like a tank that's going to hold up. If you don't put, some areas you don't want to put slide toppers on, and some people just don't want to put slide awnings on regardless. That's why we don't standardize them in our RVs here, but we do have a full parts and service center here at Haylett RV where we can do that stuff for you. What's nice though, is this is built to handle like a heavy snowpack or anything like that. The roof structure in this is second to none. They've done everything they need to from a quality longevity build standpoint to make her hold up long term. Now, there's, like I said, some optional equipment on this. This Montana in this video may not be the Montana on our dealership. Now, this is our preferred equipment loadout. Decor might change here and there through the year, but things like the second air conditioner that you'll see, the second fully centralized air unit, that is stuff that we'll put on these. Now, this rear receiver hitch is standard. Last year, they had a fold-down rear rack, and there was nothing wrong with it. It's a cool feature, but what a lot of people wanted to do is they wanted a more traditional bike rack, or they already had a bike rack. They wanted to use that. They didn't want to have to like strap it down to a cargo tray or something. So this allows more flexibility. You want to put a cargo tray in there? You can. You want to put a bike rack on it? You can. If you're interested in towing doubles behind this, understand that you're going to first, that's not a towing hitch, an accessory hitch. If you want to bulk that up and add some wiring, you can do that, but you will potentially void parts of your warranty, and you really don't want to do that on a Montana where they have a 3-year structural warranty. You just don't want to sacrifice that. Plus, your first year full-time warranty, it's full-time warranty. It's not just a normal limited warranty, it's a full-time use RV warranty. Big distinction there. Now, what's great about middle bunk bonus rooms is the living area. That's the whole benefit of it, because you finally get a living room that isn't crap, and all these big windows that you've been looking for, all of them open for airflow. They give you all those scenic views of everything. These big windows are what you're going to get that the other styles do not. Now, the Montana series, the High Country series rather, is the weight-sensitive Montana versus the one that's called just Montana. It's not built with quite the weight sensitivity, so they're going to use like the very lightweight cable-driven slide-outs here, and those things are awesome. They have some of the very best, actually, they're the single best, most reliable slide system in the industry. Doesn't mean there aren't other good things. Just means that they've been really careful to use lightweight, smart, strong, rugged material selection here. But I mean, it sounds insulting to call something like this the ultralight, but this really is like the ultralight of the big fifth wheel world. Really, the construction of this is not unlike a lot of lightweight trailers. Laminated walls, laminated floor. Again, though, still fully insulated, heated, 0-degree rated. So it has everything that defines it as a big fifth wheel, but it's still significantly lighter than a lot of other conventional things in this category. Let's step inside real quick. Again, the big dual opposing luxury fifth wheel standard living room back here. This is what makes these middle bunk or bonus room fifth wheels so popular, because it makes this floor plan work for people who are looking for bunks, people who are looking for couples experience, people who are looking for a guest room or a craft room or a mobile office. And the new 384 is more travel friendly than ever, because the bonus room door is now in the hallway instead of being located off the kitchen. So when the slides are closed, you can still get to the middle bonus room. We'll come to the kitchen in just a minute, just to kind of pan around. I'm telling you, snazzy look. They have really snazzed up the interior of these. Like that residential ceiling fan up there, giving you some good airflow. I don't care if you're running the air or the windows. You're going to like that. Speaking of air, we're looking at whisper quiet AC ducting in the living room of a Montana High Country. That's a 15,000 BTU up there, plus the second centralized AC that we tend to add here at Haylett RV. Again, check our website to see what we have in stock and how it is equipped. But those things are somewhere between 70 to 90% quieter, depending on who you speak with. These new extra wide electric space heating fireplaces, they are just everywhere this year. That is something that hit this year, and they do have a dynamite look to them. The TV obviously can pivot out for easy viewing, so I don't care if you're at your freestanding table where I'm standing currently, if you're at the dual power reclining theater seat directly across from this, or if you're sitting on that rear trifold sleeper sofa, you can see that from anywhere. Plus, you have storage behind it, and another thing, when the TV swings out, you can actually get to the hookups. So if you want to add a like Blu-ray player, satellite hookup or whatnot, you can actually get to it with that big heavyweight rated dual swing arm mount. And your electronics are hidden behind that nice little glass panel down there. Kind of just keeping it out of sight, out of mind. So like I said, trifold sleeper sofa, stands on both sides with power outlets. That's one of the advantages of a non-laminated rear wall. It doesn't mean that it has less structure necessarily. A brand could build it that way, Montana not being one of them, obviously, with their full-time living warranty and their service record, which is outstanding. Actually, the guy who, our initial quality inspection agent, when he went through this one, he goes through them right before I do. And I go, so is there anything I need to be aware of before I go through this video, because I want to shoot people straight? He goes, no, I'm impressed. I can't find anything here. And that's exactly what you always want to hear, of course. Slide outs. Here in the main deck, we've got 6.5-foot tall full walk-in slides. I mentioned that's a dual power reclining theater seat. You do need park power for that. That does need 110 to operate. But again, most of the time Montanas are typically park full-time living or snowbird seasonal type units. All of your windows are symmetrical, like height, or matching height, I guess you could say. They do have a very symmetrical slide out though, so it does have a good look to it. But they also have all like diesel pusher nightshades, so if you really want to blot out the sun in here, you can. But again, you've got like a 270-ish degree viewing radius around this thing. You can really see everywhere in this. And the windows are on the camp side of the RV. They're not looking at your neighbor, you know. You have to make an RV a little bit longer to build it this way, but it's so much better. Now your table here, you see, does have, and this is where we want to kind of still make this a little bit couples friendly. Mom and dad, grandpa and grandma, you have to get a win sometimes. You know, you could put a traditional booth dinette here and we'll build you one that way. If the one that we have in stock isn't built the way you want it, whatever, we'll build you one. That's fine. But most of the time, you don't need the extra sleeping of a booth dinette in a floor plan like this. This can already sleep like, what, 8? Pretty easy, pretty comfortably in multiple different locations. How about a nice place to sit and have a meal? How about that extending table where you can actually sit down and entertain some guests? How about not everybody uses it as just a bunkhouse? And that's why we carry different models and different brands here at Haylett RV. They're all the best of different things. In middle bunk bonus rooms, let's see, we have Eagles. We have an Eagle HT and an Eagle, so 2 different Eagles. Potentially Rockwood. Let's see here, your Cougar. Obviously the High Country, the Montana, your Highland Ridge. I mean, geez, oh Pete's. We've got 7 or 8 versions of this floor plan concept, and they all bring cool, different, unique things to the table. I love what they're doing with those accent lights. You see the accent light below that little shoe garage area, right when you walk in the door next to that little welcome home hutch right there. Perfect for like phone charging and whatnot. You see like that extra shelf above, right below those cabinets with extra chargers. Plus, cool extra indirect lights up here. Now what those are going to do for you, one, they look neat, and they make the RV look and feel bigger, plus they're eye-catching, but secondly, they're perfect night lights. They give you marker points, and they're just bright enough, especially this bright white light against the ceiling, that will really light up at night so that you can really see in here. Now, you see this, you've got good dedicated, just like drawer space, like a little entry bureau when you walk home, but you've also got a dedicated big almost floor-to-ceiling pantry here, so you've got tons of storage going on. We like to build these with a gas-electric fridge. Maybe you're looking for an electric fridge. Actually, some models cannot accommodate that. I'd have to see if this is one of them. I don't have them memorized exactly that well quite yet. I'm getting there, but I prefer the gas-electric fridge for the simple reason that if you lose power, you have an automatic kickover backup. You're not going to lose everything. With an electric only, when you lose power, you're done. Now, I know that you've got a little inverter there to run it on 12 volt, but it doesn't really cool. And it just really concerns me. The electric ones also have pretty inferior service records. I like that the sink is offset. Big sink, and you can see full 4 big drawers in here. And below this area of the sink, you also have a wastebasket in there. So you've got lots of good storage space. Huge primary sink basin there, but you see you've also got an additional one over here, and it is all stainless and recessed. You've got that pull-out sprayer faucet. You notice all solid surface countertops here in this kitchen. Recessed stove with space on both sides. I love this stove because I don't care if you're right or left-handed. I don't care where you like to put your coffee maker. I don't care where you like to put a blender, toaster, whatever. You have appliance space galore out the wazoo in this floor plan. Big residential size microwave. I'm telling you, there's no comparison. I'm super glad we don't still have an old 370BR Montana High Country in stock. It doesn't hold a candle to this thing. Like, you got your wall-controlled max air ceiling fan up here to give you some good airflow. I love these features. Now, they're not the only one I've seen. In fact, a lot of brands have this. I like that. But not every brand has it, and that's what I like carrying different brands for here at Haylett RV, so you can see all those handy little differences. Now, if you're looking for little things like you want a backup monitor installed, we can do all that. We do all that here. Now, the bonus room here is improved. Here's also what I like. This door is magnet latched. It's severe. You got to really crack this thing to knock that open. So the door's not constantly like sitting here like wiggling, you know, every time or bumping something when you come in. So this sofa right here, I should have fixed the cushions. I had it out in hide-a-bed sleeper mode. So this is a sleeper sofa, just like what's on the back of the RV. I like the little stand over here, but you'll notice too, twin power outlets. So if you are sleeping here, that's your little phone charge station. As I sit down, you get to see very quickly how this could easily become a middle bonus room office. And that's why Montana calls theirs a bonus room, not a middle bunkhouse. I use both terms pretty interchangeably for obvious reasons, because they could do either. But if you're going to use this for work camping or something, or even if it is a bunkhouse, you can put some entertainment options up here, because there are TV hookups around that corner, all the entertainment hookups you ever needed, with great storage in here as well. Everything, this is the same cabinetry, the same look, the same feel as the rest of the RV. They didn't scale this down just because you're no longer in the living room, so to speak. Also, right when you walk in the door, just a handy little storage spot. Hats, gloves, whatever. Hideaway control panel with all your hitch lighting and all your monitor stuff. But it's where grandkids can't see it. Handy little ladder, you know, if you want to open that up to get up here. Now, this is not a mistake. They specifically are no longer putting mattresses up here. And I actually called my guy. I'm like, hey, are you sure that's something you want to do? He says, you know what? We had a lot of people special order these and just say you can keep the mattress, just give me a couple bucks off it or whatever, because we're going to use it for a loft attic for storage. Now, if you want to sleep in it, great. Throw a couple sleeping bags up here. Kids, grandkids, they're not going to care. They're going to do just fine. But it also increases your overall clearance on here. So if you're going to use it for cargo or anything like that, it is definitely better suited for it. And I do like the fact that you got the handy little light switch up here so you can wake up the grandbabies and be like, hey kids, time to get up, going camping. And they're going to be like, ah! At least if they're like me. I did not wake up well. The Montana melts in your mouth, not in your hand, fade away door, you know, Kobe. Anyway, so dedicated linen storage in here. Great bathroom setup in this. Porcelain foot flush stool with plenty of footroom. Now, I've had people say, yeah, but they put the door on the wrong side. No, this is where the travel lock is. It doesn't matter what side you want the doors to be on. So if you prefer the doors on this, which when I'm set up at camp, this is exactly how I'd set it up right here. So that you do have nice, easy entry on this. But you did see that it did have a nice corner seat. Now, that is a thermal foil press membrane waterproof countertop, which is why they're able to still recess the sink. And notice, we still have good drawer space in here. This is very residential feeling, because that is a big thing with Montanas. They're very residential feeling fifth wheel. Notice too, they frame out all their doors. Every door jamb is at least a 3-inch door jamb. Everything is fully framed. Extra interior wall structure might add a little bit of weight, but it's also, I think, one of the main reasons we don't see Montanas back for service. Now, you see again, we added the second air conditioner up here in the bedroom. We added a king bed to this bedroom. Those are non-standard features, but this is typically how we're going to build them, and frankly, this is how you're going to see most high country Montanas built anyway. I love the new look of their front bedroom. So this front closet arrangement, it looks awesome. And this is full washer dryer prepped like you expect out of any Montana. You know, they didn't skimp down there whatsoever. But I love the simple cleanliness of this full door. Oops, gotta close it. It has such a neat, slick, streamlined look. It's clean. You know, I don't know what else to say about that. It's clean. It's got a good, clean look to it. Big dresser space at the foot of the bed, right with, again, more phone hookups if you need more phone hookups, and a swing-out HD TV up here. They make the TV swing out because it's non-centralized in relation to the king bed, because they like to have this big breeze window. If you want to swing the TV over to face the middle of the bed, you can. And by the way, here's something that Keystones did not always have in the past. Easy lift, full king underbed storage. They used to put the slide mechanism under these, and certain Keystone segments still do, and I understand why they do, but this is awesome. This now gives you maximum storage space in here. My battery's about to die, but thankfully we're about at the tail end of this trip anyway. So if you'd like to learn anything more about these, you want to see what it is per month, you have a trade, you want to do anything like that, we do everything at Haylett RV. Hitching, pieces, parts, trades, finance, truck and trailer package deals, everything in between. Doesn't matter what it is, we do everything. So take care, stay safe, have fun, happy camping everyone.